What is good, rookies? Welcome to the round 7 review and early trade talks. I'm going to try and blitz through this because I know you guys have probably seen all the information, all the updates, and all the plays. But 2350 got us in the top 8% for this round, which is great. And then we dropped down to 14,000 ish for the round 7 rank, which is okay. Our total score sitting in top 12%, pretty good. Team value slowly getting better. League wins finally clocked a 17 out of 17. So that's awesome. And we jumped up close to 5,500 spots in our season rank, which is great. So as long as this number is green, that's all I'm caring about at the moment. So that's a win in my books. I'm not going to go through the stats of the players too in depth, just because you've probably all seen it and you can do it yourself. I know your time is precious, and I just want to get through and start talking about trades for the early thoughts. But backline was probably the better performing line consistently wise. We had 3 players ton up. Robertson Howes did well, and Colossi for 100k rookie did very, very well. Still money to be made for Roberts, Colossi, and Howes, which is great. Concerning to see what Draper's doing. If he's injured and out for a week, we might just have to leave it, unfortunately. So, yeah, our midfield, obviously, Butters and Steele were our concerns. The heavy performers were Green, Miller, and Sarong, which is great. Obviously, we like seeing a good game from Merritt, which is kind of expected. Bont, average, Butters and Steele shit the bed. But that's okay. That happens. Obviously, Reed didn't play. Gorn, amazing. Grundy, no. Why? Why? This is not part. I didn't want to have to look to trade him out. I wanted to see a ton. But he got 83. Like, he still made money. He could have made a lot more, though. Like, the trade I want to make for him to English could have been a lot less painful if he just turned up. But it's fine. It's whatever. Flanders did okay. He's been playing really well. We can't expect big numbers from him every week. So I think this is, like, look at this. 124, 128, 102, 125. Like, he's still turning up. You can't get mad. You can get mad at Jackson, however. This guy is going to be the bane of my existence. He had like a 130, 178. Everyone hopped on him, and then hasn't turned up since round 2. He's just bleeding cash at the moment. So there's a few things we can do here, which is concerning. But we also don't really have many options at the moment because I am not paying top dollar for Heaney. I will die on that hill. I would rather spend top dollar on like Ryan. Where are you, big boy? 628. Now, is he due to lose more cash? Yes. Do we save 28,000 and wait for him next week? Potentially not, because we want Stewart at 500. So we could get really ballsy here and do something like this. Now, we swing that. Our first trade will be sweet. Have to do that. We'll leave Sexton in, actually. Go away. I want English. Okay, so bring in English. Cool. Now we can play. We can do this. Then we can swing Colossian. Now we can bring in Ryan with some cash left over. Is this the play? Because we want to get Stewart next week. The forward line can be in shambles. I don't care. We could potentially do this with 150k in the bank. We bring in 2 primos, which is great. Optimize it. Gets us to a good looking spot. So I'd be more inclined to field Graham at this stage. It's just this. However, we can. Oh, it's just not looking great. Like Jackson, I think has to be a hold. Like this, Jackson's going to bleed cash, but we also don't have many forward options at the moment because we're fielding 4 fucking rookies. So this is an option, but this means we get Ryan. Pretty much we go Jackson or Ryan, Grundy to English. But then our forward line pays the price. Yeah, we've got 4 Primo defenders now, which is great. Then we've got most of our mids, all prems, which is great. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we've got 7 spots to fill with primos. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 primos. I don't know about this. I don't know about that trade option. What I do know is that I am probably going to go Grundy to English. I think that is the most locked in trade that I can do this week. I think that's a no-brainer. Even without boosting or anything, we still have cash in the bank, which is great. We can move. We pretty much can go Sexton to Sweet, which is a good plan. I think this is great. Then we also, so we're pretty much going 2 down, 1 up. And we bring in Garcia. Now, you could also easily go Rogers, which I would argue might be a safer bet. However, the reason why I'm leaning towards more Garcia this round, and this is all if they're named. Obviously, if Garcia is not named, she can hit the fan. But this means that we can still, but we can't loop as much if we trade out Sexton. There are some plans I'm thinking of where we keep Sexton. And we loop Sexton because he has the Sunday game. But basically, if we like New score, we just trade out. Basically, we pretty much just do this. This is what we're looking at the moment. Because North will play Saturday in the afternoon. We can see how big he's tracking. And then if we don't like what we see, just before the game, we can switch Garcia to Livingston. If he's named. That's a loop option. We're assuming Reed plays. I don't see a world where he doesn't play. Graham on field, fine. Garcia, dead benches. I'm more than happy to just keep Sweet there and not take his score just for cash gen because he's got like a negative 113. That's crazy. He's going to make some cash. Hopefully a lot. What's his projected price? Oh, look at that. He's supposedly going to jump up to 3. He's probably going to get to his 400, which will be great. That means we can trade him out, swing Livingston back into our R3, use that money to get another primo. This gives us a lot of money to work with next week. So, for example, next week, House has another good game. Let's say he makes at least that 27,000. That's like what, 285 ish. Bang, 285. We've easily got cash to get in Stewart. There's some cash left over. And that's one trade. That's 1 down. That's pretty much just 1 up. And then we can potentially look at going, some other things. There are a lot of things we can do. We're getting close to the 10-minute mark. I don't like these videos dragging on for too long. The other option is instead of Sexton, we literally just go, I'm just going to quickly do this. But with all this said, guys, while you're watching me screw with my trades, let me know in the comments below what you scored this round and what your early trade thoughts are. A lot of people are bringing in Sweet, which is 100% the right move to make. I honestly think we can save a boost this week. And we can go Grundy to English. We can swing read in, and we bring in Sweet. Okay, so we can do that. Now, question is, who else do we trade out here? Right? Because we can, if we just complete this, so we don't use a boost. We swing out Livingston. Okay, but we put in Sexton. And then basically, we either front up some cash to get rid of Livingston. So we've already got Sexton as our loop. Okay, and we pay up ever so slightly for Garcia, which could be a play just for cash gen. Just for cash gen. Because this way, we've got 255. Still a bit of cash left over for next week. This will give us enough just to go House to Stewart. Regardless. Okay, House is making money. That's what's going to happen. But this way, we've got Suns player who plays on the Sunday. We can do an emergency loop on Biggie and Garcia. Now, I fully expect Garcia to do more than Biggie. Bulldogs have got Hawthorn. So I fully expect Garcia to pop off. So we could really just field him. And that's what we're looking like. I fully expect Reed to play. This is looking okay. Rucks are done for the season, which is why I like this trade up from Grundy to English. English, I don't think is going to go below 600 again, which I think is optimal. So I think we have to pull the trigger on English now, which was always part of our trade plans. Stewart was meant to be last week. Never happened. We brought in Butters. Shit the bed. But we want to bring in Stewart next week because I think he's going to be at 500K. We just have a quick look. But yeah, let me know how you guys went this week. What are your trade thoughts? Who are you bringing in? Who are you trading out? Yeah, about 500 in round 9. So he's going to go down to 518. And then he's probably going to go back up because he's break even then after round 9. So look, we could potentially look at other options, but I like the run to Garcia versus Rogers. Rogers you pay a little bit more for, but the job security is probably a little bit better if he maintains that form of 98. He's on the bubble. There's a lot more potential to be made. We can see overall trades just quickly. And while I'm looking at this, guys, as well, if you've gotten this far, I want to give a quick shout out to Brad, Supercoach Pro, absolute legend. He is doing live streams all the fucking time, and it is so good to be a part of. And he gave me a shout out in one of his last live streams. So just wanted to say thank you, mate. You're an absolute legend. The whole Supercoach community is fucking lovely and just full of top blokes. So you probably already know who they are. So I won't even say them. But if you don't get around Shawnee, Centre Bounce, Supercoach Edge, there's so many. There's so many. But just quickly looking at the top 1% of trade-ins, we got Sweet, we got Rogers, and then we got Garcia. So people like Rogers a lot more than Garcia, which is completely fair. I think there's a lot more potential to be made from Rogers. But do we want to pay that up for him? No. But we could also potentially do a value pick in Dale. We fade Stewart and get Dale in. Yeah, we'll see how we go. But that's pretty much me rambling on now for no ends. These changes probably will be changed by the end of the lockout period. So there will be obviously the Trade Talk video on Tuesday for Trade Talk Tuesdays, and then will be a lock-in trade video come Wednesday night, Thursday. So let's see what happens between now and then. This will obviously depend on injury reports and team lists and all the usual shit that we all wait for. So these are very early thoughts. We'll see if that sticks. But thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate all the recent subscribers. We've jumped from like 7 to 14, which is amazing. So yeah, follow on TikTok and Twitter if you don't already. It's all the same, just Rookie Coach AFL, all one tag. And if you've got any questions, feel free to comment them below. Did I ruin Butters for you this week? The answer is yes, and I apologize. But I will see you guys on Tuesday.